Mark Andrews, sick.
You're right. He's sick. We did have a home league draft last night, Monday night, Labor Day. Went well. Thoughts on it?
You're gonna ruin CeeDee Lamb.
Don't fucking say that. I took CeeDee Lamb to playoff twice. I'm gonna do it again.
There's a reason why you haven't won the championship, CeeDee Lamb. Didn't you trade him? You traded him off the championship team, and that's why you won.
That's not true.
You traded him.
That's not true. I'm my championship team that year.
No, he wasn't.
Yes, he
You had
was.
AJ Brown,
I
and
picked him up. I had AJ Brown. I had Justin Jefferson and CeeDee Lamb on that team. We are 3 days away. I lied. We are 1 day away
I was gonna say it's
from
Tuesday.
opening night. From the Thursday
Not
night
even
game.
do the same.
Oh shit. Welcome back, Tiger Hawk sports
There it
fans,
is.
to another
There it is.
Tiger Hawk Sports podcast. Entering the new season. So much in store.
Damn
From
right.
fantasy
Football's back.
to
We're back.
football
We're back.
to Tiger Hawk sports.
You want to know how I'm gonna pay for
Someone
my
is
apartment
back.
this year? My fantasy football weeks, my friends' money. I'm taking it all. Yours included.
Jeez. That would be funny.
FanDuel
He hasn't had a taste of the playoffs.
since last year.
Right, my bad. He escaped his way into the playoffs in a shit division, and then got
Whatever.
bullied in the first round.
Whatever.
So,
Talking about this year. And
this
the
year.
team I saw you put on paper last night isn't a championship team.
That's-
Sacco championship.
Yeah, okay. I have 3 number ones.
Week 1, run through a list. We're gonna talk about each game a little
Oh,
bit.
love that, love
quick,
that.
quick, just run through each game what we're excited for.
Sounds good.
Arizona versus Washington. I think it's pretty obvious. Sam Howell. First game,
I mean, I say nothing, but yeah, I guess.
nothing for the Cardinals.
I mean, the Commanders. I hope to see the defense still.
I'm excited to see Sam Howell. There's a lot of back and forth. Sam Howell looked good against Dallas last year, but is he the guy? We don't know. Sam Howell.
I
I'm
agree.
excited about it. Cardinals, not much.
No, anyway. I'm excited to see Jonathan Gannon and his new hype speech next week.
Atlanta, Carolina, probably the most underrated game
I can pretty
of
great.
the day.
Two QB that had the Bruce on
Bryce
the
Young,
ice.
new look Panthers. You got that defense. Is Brian Burns going to play? Who knows?
Yeah.
Desmond Ritter, we get him
Yeah.
starting finally. Fresh new
He's
season.
gone.
Is Kyle Pitts back? Bijan.
I think they both have an underrated offense and underrated defense.
And then we have the Ravens versus the Texans.
Um,
Lamar's
I'm-
back. Lamar's back. Zay Flowers, Odell.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how Lamar is not passing the ball a little more with more weapons than he ever had.
Texans, you have CJ Stroud, rookie quarterback. Obviously, I mean,
One guy I really like to watch. See, he can.
Damian Pierce.
No, I think Jalen Petrie, but okay.
Damian Pierce.
Jalen Petrie.
Damian Pierce.
I think Petrie could be the number one.
Week 1 of the NFL, I'll tell you right now, if you don't have Damian Pierce on your fantasy team, you don't have a league-winning running back.
Old take right there.
It is a bold take. But I'm telling you right now.
Huh?
CJ Stroud is a young quarterback. He's going to throw the ball. He's the best passer that the Texans probably have had. They don't have weapons
You're
on
not
the
wrong.
outside. They don't have weapons on the outside, but they have enough. They have enough weapons. And they're going to be in the AFC South. Not a great division. They're going to be able to run the ball. They're going to be in low-scoring games. They're going to be grounding and pounding. And Damian Pierce is going to be the guy. San Francisco 49ers coach is coming over. They're running the football. Damian Pierce is leading the way.
I definitely can see that. Say bold take. Next game on. Let's go. Move on.
Best game. I think the game everybody's anticipating the most. Bills Jets.
Oh, of course.
Do we even have to talk about it?
I mean,
We talked about it so many times in this podcast. Aaron Rodgers on the Jets. We finally see what all the hype is about. What Hard Knocks is made for. Is Josh Allen and the Bills flying under the radar this year?
I honestly think that they're a team that don't have a lock for the first time in 3 years in the division.
I think
I think
they're a team that is like you go into the season and you're like, all right, we expect them to be good, but they're gonna be a team that gets off to a slow start and you're like, oh shit, is this like it's Aaron Rodgers, it's Aaron Rodgers, it's Aaron Rodgers. Playoff time comes around and they're gonna be getting
we're talking about the
healthy.
Jets or the Bills.
The Bills. They're going to be a slow starting team. They're going to be in the playoffs. Playoff time comes around. You're going to be like, oh, the Bills weren't the same team they were the last couple of years. Aaron Rodgers isn't in town now. They're gonna get Von Miller back. Tre'Davious White coming off that injury or his torn ACL is gonna be fully healthy this year. He's coming back. You got Diggs, you got Allen still. Running game, James Cook, young running back. He's gonna get time. Let him back.
I
Get
think
accumulated
this is
to the league
first
a little
year,
bit.
first year as
That's
a
what I'm
league
saying.
back.
Takes a couple weeks
I
to get
agree, I agree.
accumulated. Bills are gonna be a team that,
I mean,
that I look for in the
I think the
playoffs.
NFC East is definitely a scary division in any aspect. Miami, Jets, and Bills.
Panthers, Falcons we already talked about. Bears, Packers.
I mean, that's
This
another
one-
game that I'm like,
This one's I wouldn't say a game you're talking about. I think it's similar to the Falcons, Panthers. I don't know if people.
I would say it's a little bit less than Falcon Panthers because
No, that's
no, I think
up
look,
there.
I think you know what Fields has.
Not necessarily.
You do.
You know what Fields has with DJ Moore. He can be
Fields,
him.
Fields never had a true receiver, and you see the ability of the passing game.
You did see a true
you
receiver.
see the ability of running
you
game.
know what happened the last time he had a true receiver?
Who true receiver?
He went to the championship game. You know who his receiver was? Chris Olave.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Went to the
College.
championship game with broken ribs.
Yeah, college. I completely agree.
So Justin
Go to
Fields
NFL.
is a dog.
No, he's a dog.
I'm excited to see Jordan Love.
Yeah, I agree.
I don't think it's. I think a lot of people are hung up on the Aaron Rodgers aspect of him going to the Jets. Nobody talks about what's left in Green Bay.
I don't think Love is as bad as it says to be, but
agree.
week one's gonna prove it.
And then I think this is a game where I think the storyline's already written. It's going to be, it's Colts versus Jaguars. I think everybody's going to be talking about the Colts and Jonathan Taylor and that whole situation. Jaguars,
I mean, to be honest, I
similar
think
team to last year. You just had Calvin Ridley in the mix.
talk about the coach a little bit. I think it actually hurts Richardson a lot more not having Jonathan Taylor there. So interesting to see how they can get Taylor to feel comfortable, especially going up against a team that not only won their first round of the playoffs last year, but came back and basically diminished Justin Herbert.
Yeah. Chiefs, Lions. New storylines developing in this one. Travis
Bold
Kelce may not
take.
play.
Bold take.
Lions, money line's not a bold take.
I think Lions money line is.
A lock.
I'm not saying a lock, but I would say that's something that you should bet on. I think the Lions.
How much money are you throwing on it?
I'm throwing about $100 on it.
Throwing $100 on Lions money.
I think so. Yeah, I have to.
You heard it here. So when he loses money,
Next we were
you
talking
heard it
about.
here first.
And I didn't say guaranteed yet, but I think Lions money line. I think Lions did an amazing job this offseason. I mean, yes, they got rid of Swift, but they got Gibbs. They didn't lose anything on defense. They upgraded their defense.
You know what I'm gonna do?
And
You know what I'm gonna do?
what?
I'm gonna bet Chiefs spread.
Pay minus
I'm
6.5.
gonna bet Chiefs spread.
Pay minus 6.5.
It's fine. You took the Lions money line. I'm gonna take Chiefs spread.
Even if they money line, I may take the plus 6.5. I think that's very good odds for the Lions.
Chargers versus the Dolphins.
I mean, I guess I'm looking
Another
forward to see.
interesting game.
Yeah, I guess I'm looking forward to see
I
how
think.
dynamic both these
I
offenses are.
think this is going to be the best game of the week.
I think it's going to be a high scoring game of the week.
I think it's going to be the best game of the week. It's going to be a 38-35 game right off the bat. Let me see what time it is. It doesn't have the time on
I
this.
think it has to be 4 o'clock game because the Chargers. I'm sure you've been playing in LA.
Oh
it's
yeah,
a
that's
4
right.
o'clock game.
You're right. Is it? Let me just double check. Yeah, 4:25 on
Yeah.
CBS. That's going to be Romo
Yeah.
and Jim Nantz right here. Tony Romo breaking down Justin Herbert and Tua Tagovailoa.
Two of the best young.
Let's
two
hope
of
he
the
doesn't
game.
hit the ground too hard this time. Rams versus the Seahawks.
I'm looking
Seahawks
to
are
Seahawks to take control of that division over that game right there. I think they so
the first game of the year. How are they going to take control of the division?
if you go in and just basically shit on the Rams,
You
I mean-
should without Cooper Cup.
it doesn't matter.
let
Even
me-
with Cooper
let me
Kupp.
do a little trivia.
Even with
Ready?
Cooper Cup.
Ready? Besides the obvious, all right. Matthew Stafford, Cooper Cup, Aaron Donald, Van Jefferson, Tyler Higbee, Cam Akers. 6 players. Name me one more on the Rams.
To my point. So what?
Name me one more.
I'm had a damn. Let me go here.
You can't. You can't off the top of your head.
Oh, Ben Skornick. There we go.
I don't even know if he's still on the team.
Well, if you're on the team, there we go.
Rams are abysmal.
I completely agree. But
But
The Seahawks-
but I will say
Seahawks gotta come out.
I will say this. Rams are not built to win, but Stafford's severely underrated. Stafford is
Respect that.
severely underrated.
I can respect that stuff.
The disrespect for Matthew Stafford is unreal. He needs to go out there and prove that this team can still win. Matthew Stafford wins with this team. he's back in the conversation, top 10 where I think he should be. And Seattle has one of the most underrated defenses in the National Football League, in my opinion. Bobby Wagner coming back, Jordan Brooks. They have two best linebackers. They have a nice secondary now. Jamal Adams comes back. They have Tariq Woolen and Devon Witherspoon.
I completely agree. I mean, I think and they got by around the back. I don't know if I used to know already.
I think the most boring game of the week, in my opinion. Not a fan of it. Raiders Broncos. It's a West game. Nobody. It's gonna be 4:25. That's gonna be the game that Scott Hansen's going back to. Like, you got Chargers Dolphins in a barn burner. You got who else is playing at 4:25? Let me see.
I mean, that's just a game that
you got Eagles Patriots. You got Bears Packers. That's gonna be the Scott Hansen game where he goes and fucking what's his name? And
Scott Hansen. Yeah.
I'm trying to think. No, I'm trying to think of somebody right now. Like
down, we're gonna get out of here.
Jacoby Myers scores the first touchdown of the game in like a 9-3 game. Scores the first touchdown with 3 minutes left.
See, I don't think the game be 9-3. I'm hoping that Sean Payton can give something to Russell Wilson that he lacked last year. But yeah, again, I completely agree. I think that game is just expectations were met last year, and there's nothing going for them right now.
Vikings Bucks. Interesting game.
I'm interested to see how Baker Mayfield plays.
I agree.
Because
I agree.
New team, he's going fourth, fifth team.
Jordan Addison, Justin Jefferson. I think a lot of people will want to see.
Madison now the true running back. How that's going to be.
Don't.
So
this Vikings team gives me very Tony Romo Cowboys vibes. Like, it's a very good offense. Like, it's kind of built up front, but the defense just ain't there.
Yeah.
They don't have very good defense.
I thought they did get someone in the secondary this year. They got rid of someone.
And they got rid of Peterson.
Yeah.
But and they got rid of someone else. Pretty good. Next game, Patriots Eagles. Rematch of the Super Bowl a couple of years ago, 2017.
I mean, I guess the most thing I'm excited for is to see really how Mac Jones can play. I mean, going up against the best team in football week 1. Got benched last year, really happy. Then this year won the job and had every single QB cut after the 3-man roster. Now he's back as a starter against the best team in football. I think that makes sense to see how it performs.
Yeah.
And if Juju needs okay too.
I pulled one over in our draft yesterday for the Eagles. I know there's an Eagles fan out there.
Yeah.
Might be watching this. I hope you do watch this, and I hope you hear this. I hope you watch Jalen Hurts ball out on my fucking team. You could have had the opportunity to get him. All it cost you was a 4th-round pick. You didn't believe in me. I grabbed my fucking sack, and now Jalen Hurts will be winning on my team. I hope your dynasty crashes and burns.
And I also hope that you watch the Eagles defense on my team after you called me a pussy. I'm more going to take him. And I made you put his name on the draft board. Yeah, Eagles defense. I'll take him.
That wasn't as funny as mine.
But
Saints Titans.
You dick.
Saints Titans. Chris Olave, Michael Thomas duo.
Derek Carr. I mean,
no Kamara.
I'm going to see how much Kendrick Miller is actually involved in.
Might not even play.
Okay, then he won't play a lot, but he won't play at all. But I'm interested to see if he does play, going back to the injuries he may have, and see if he can produce, because then you have the 3 running backs room, and it's definitely going to be harder for Kamara to make touches.
I think the Saints have the opportunity to surprise a lot of people. Underrated team. Very good defense with Cam Jordan still there, Demario Davis, Marshawn Lattimore. I think they have a very good team. Their offense is obviously pretty good. Derek Carr can produce. I think that team can easily compete with the Cowboys and Eagles, in my opinion, for that 1 seed. Let me see what our games on this here. Pittsburgh versus San Francisco. This is another game.
Pittsburgh.
This is one that I think is very interesting. I think you have the most underrated team in football versus the most overrated team in football going against each other. I think the Steelers are the most underrated team in football. Kenny Pickett's going to show a lot of people that he can be a franchise quarterback. Najee Harris, I don't back and forth on. I don't really know. But Jalen Warren, I like a lot. The receivers I like, and their defense speaks for itself with TJ Watt.
I mean, their defense has always been good, so you can't really shit on the Steelers defense.
And the 49ers.
Yeah, you haven't been behind them all year.
I
all offseason actually.
I see people putting them the fourth, third best team in the NFL. I see people ranking them. They're going to be the same team they were last year. What team do you know of loses their defensive coordinator, loses a lot of starters on their team? They lost Aziz, they lost Dre Greenlaw, they lost the corner that went to the Lions. I forget his name.
Oh yeah, not something. Mosley.
Emmanuel Mosley.
Emmanuel Mosley.
All gone. All part of that defense. Yes, you still have Fred Warner. You barely have Nick Bosa. And let me tell you, Nick Bosa doesn't play, the 49ers will lose this game. If Nick Bosa does not play in week 1, the 49ers will lose this game to Pittsburgh.
I can't completely see it because Nick Bosa is that defense.
And let me get started with Brock Purdy. Brock Purdy was playing last year.
Here we go.
Brock Purdy played last year.
The Purdy train.
The second half of the season, right? 49ers have had quarterback problems for years now. Jimmy G was the guy, then he wasn't the guy, then he went to the NFC Championship, then he was the guy. Jimmy G is not a bad quarterback. And Shanahan just couldn't commit to him. They ruined Trey Lance. Not saying Trey Lance is good. Didn't even give him an opportunity. You pick him 3 overall, and he barely sees the number 2 spot. He barely sees the back quarterback position. And then Brock Purdy comes in a couple games and beats the Tennessee Titans with Malik Willis as their quarterback and beats the Miami Dolphins with Skylar Thompson. And all of a sudden, he's a franchise guy. He was playing with nobody behind him. Nobody. He had no pressure behind him. It was him or nobody else. McCaffrey was on that team. Debo, Ayuk, Kittle. The defense was the best in the league last year. He had every opportunity and every reason to perform well. Now you put the pressure on him and you're saying, all right, now we expect you to go back to the NFC Championship. We actually expect you to go a step further into the Super Bowl. We didn't draft you till the last pick. We passed on you 6 times, actually, in the draft because we passed on you 6 times in the draft. We drafted you last overall pick, and now we expect you to go to the Super Bowl? No. Brock Purdy's not the guy. Sam Darnold will be the starter by week 10.
Tell me how you really fucking feel.
Sam Darnold will be the starter by week 10.
Tell me how you really fucking feel.
You know what? That's a great kickoff into the last game of the week. That's a great kickoff into the last game of the week. You know what the last game of the week is? Dallas versus the New York Football Giants.
Do I even have to say any words to this game right now?
You do. You want to know what you have to say?
You want me to say a little
You
words?
want to know what you have to say?
Yeah,
Apologize.
you're coming to my house.
Apologize.
You're coming to the Giants' house.
I'm sorry, you're playing cowboy country.
You come to the Giants' house.
America's team.
Ain't that nice? Ain't that
Let me
nice?
just say something. Dak Prescott,
Daniel Jones.
Dak Prescott has more receipts than the fucking Kardashian fucking family in a weekend in LA. I swear to God, Dak Prescott.
Yo, great fucking example. Guess
that
what?
was terrible.
Great example. Great fucking example.
That sounded way cooler in my head.
Yeah, that's right.
Dak Prescott.
Yeah, that's what Dak Prescott thinks.
Bottom line.
Yo,
Dak Prescott is about to prove so many fucking motherfuckers wrong.
I hope he does. But guess what? Not week 1. Daniel Jones, aka Danny Dimes.
Guess how many times the Giants beat Dak Prescott? Guess
how
many times the Giants beat Dak Prescott in your lifetime?
Guess how many times?
Guess how many times?
Guess how many times?
Answer the goddamn question.
Guess how many times?
Answer the goddamn question. How many times did the Giants beat Dak Prescott in their lifetime?
Week 4.
0. 0. Giants have not beaten Dak Prescott. Dak Prescott's going into his 8th year in the league.
Congrats.
Not once.
Do you want a cookie for that one?
Not once. And these people like Kyle Brandt, fucking Stephen A. Smith had the fucking audacity. Dak Prescott has a winning goddamn record all time. You have the audacity.
I don't disrespect Dak at all. But I do respect Dak when it comes to the
Pro Bowl
Giants
quarterback.
Hometown man like New Jersey.
Walter Payton, man of the
year. What to put
New
Jersey
in the Super Bowl. Let me tell you, boom in the Super Bowl when he's playing in it this year.
Make
talk.
Make a little bet then. Right in front of our fans right now. Giants win. You were a Giants on next podcast.
How much you want to bet? I'm not. No. I'm not betting on a fucking week 1 meaningless game. You want me to bet? You want me to bet?
No.
I will bet you that Dak Prescott makes it to the Super Bowl and wins the MVP this year. I will bet you Dak Prescott makes it to the Super Bowl and wins an MVP this year.
We're betting on it.
You tell me. You tell me. If Dak Prescott doesn't make the Super Bowl and win MVP, I will go to the Super Bowl in a Giants jersey. I will go to Vegas, watch the game, whoever's playing in a Giants jersey.
No, I'm going to Vegas anyway, so yeah, I'm down for it.
And I'll cover your bet. I will cover your bet. I'll let you get a $200 bet on the game.
But I want to bet on this game. I like that bet, though. I like that bet a lot. Give that confidence. But I want some of our fans to see next week. Giants,
And let's not talk.
Giants win. You were a Giants in your next podcast.
No,
Cowboys win.
I'm not betting.
I
on,
were Cowboys.
I'm not betting on a week 1.
Why? You
meaningless game.
afraid?
Not betting on a
I
week
mean,
1.
week one meaningless game. So you think that the Giants will win then?
They should. It's their home field.
Wow, you took all this
It's their
shit
home field.
just to wear Giants jersey 1 week during the podcast. You can't do it. You're scared.
I'm not wearing a fucking
You're
Giants
fucking
jersey.
scared.
I'm not wearing a Giants jersey.
You guys are scared.
I'll wear the Giants jersey in the game matters, Super Bowl, which the Giants won't be in. And you know what? I won't be wearing it because Dak Prescott's going to be in the Super Bowl and he's going to win the MVP. And guess what? You got a new corner. His new nickname for me is Toast. Deontay Toast Banks. You want to know why? CeeDee Lamb.
Have you seen
Ever heard
preseason?
of CeeDee Lamb?
Have you seen the preseason? Lockdown in the preseason. Lockdown.
Congratulations.
Lockdown.
Lockdown Shy Smith. Congrats.
Practice makes perfect. I'm gonna say. I didn't go on and on with
Lockdown
this fucking
Smith.
Giants and
I would
Cowboys.
say
We go on and on with
Trayvon Diggs is gonna lock you down, but that's cupcakes. The Giants receivers are cupcakes for Trayvon Diggs. So
Dude, we can go on and on about this. You have your dumb bet. We'll worry about it later. I'll come with a bet next week because I don't know. You had that up in the coffin for a while, but
dude, all I know is Dak Prescott is going to have
yeah, we know Dak
he's
Prescott
going-
MVP season,
he's going
Super
to
Bowl. We get it.
he's gonna have as much of a share in the New York Giants as Tom Brady does in the Raiders right now after this week. He's going to obliterate
See,
the New
that
York
was
Giants.
a good joke, but it was a good joke, but it's not gonna hit. So I mean, I'll have you get you a win by your talking. I'll have the Giants talk on the field, and we'll talk about this next week. Can we go on and on about this?
I could take down every fucking Dak Prescott hater.
I'm not a Dak Prescott hater. I'm a Dak Prescott hater. He plays the fucking New York Giants. That's damn right for sure.
Good.
New York Giants.
Well,
All right, any more games you got?
that's it.
That's wrapped up the games.
Yep.
I mean, we just
Pretty much it.
tore up that list. So much going on week 1. Fantasy starting.
I'm gonna leave this. I'm
I
gonna leave
mean-
this list here so we
Yeah.
can go back to it in week 2.
I just gotta say, I mean, we've waited since
Oh, thanks.
February.
We're even repping Dak Prescott gear.
Oh yeah, right.
Champion.
Yeah, 2 good ones for you. Not tomorrow though. Or my bad, Sunday. You made it through my fucking train of thought now. Good
Good.
job. So much going on. Fantasy coming up.
Yeah.
Fucking start of fantasy season, start of the regular season. Been waiting for the Super Bowl. February what? 25th, 22nd, whatever it is. I think not too late. Am I talking?
What? When's the Super Bowl?
Yeah,
Second week of February.
So,
February
yeah.
12th.
February 12th. A little off, my bad. But
Something like that.
been waiting since February 13th to see week 1 of the playoffs. Week 1 of the playoffs, wow. Week 1 of the regular season.
Third time's a charm.
Facts. But yeah, I'm gonna wrap it up. I mean, I'm gonna keep rambling on at this point.
That's pretty much it.
Check us out on Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, TikTok. And don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and send us any content you want to post. With that, Tiger Rock Sports out.